This is about insertion and extraction operator. So you know that for primitive data types, we can write C in and C out like this, where I is I may be any primitive data type. Similarly, you can have a C in like this. So we want to apply the similar operation for user-defined objects, like you would like to write C out D1 or C in D2. So again, in this case, what happens is that if compiler will convert this expression as C out dot operator operation and then the argument D1. Similarly for this, C in dot operator D1. Now you know that C in is a member of iStream class and cout is a member of oStream class, which is provided by the standard library. Now, to apply these operations, you need to overload these operators. But since these are library objects, library methods, you cannot directly modify them. That's why you cannot overload these operators by using member functions. So what's the solution? You must have to use a friend function. So to overload insertion and extraction operators, you need to overload the operator with using a friend function. I think we already have this code. Yes. So for the same distance class, you can see that here these operators, insertion and extraction operators, are overloaded using the operator functions. The return type, these functions have been defined using a friend keyword. That means these are friend functions. For this, the return type is oStream. oStream is a class. Why ampersand? Because you cannot, because you need to return some object and that must have to be copied into cout method. So again, you require a copy constructor. That is also not possible to define within these classes. That's why you must have to use a reference. So first one is the argument from where you will pass either cin or cout objects. So if you use friend function, then you must have to pass the objects explicitly like this. So first one will take the cout object and another will take the object. The value is printed like fit equals to d dot fit. This object is passed here. I equals to d dot inches. Here output is a variable, an object of type oStream. So we have passed cin and cout, so that those will be taken here. So instead of cout, we will use output, and instead of cin, we will use input. So this operator, extraction operator, will print the value, display the value of feet and inches on the screen, and it will assign the value of feet and inches in the data members. Okay, so here in main function we have created two objects d1 and d2, and values are initialized. D3 another variable. It's not required actually. Okay, so first message displayed on the screen to enter the values for the object. We are using insertion operator. We are using cin for the object d3. The value will be entered by the user and assigned to the data members of d3 object. Cout is now used to display the value of data members from D1, D2, and D3. So they enter the value of objects. So let 4, 3.2. So the first object which was initialized the values, it is here. The value of D2 is also initialized. Value of D3 is taken from cin operation, that is assigned here. So you can see that by overloading insertion and extraction operator, we can now use cin and cout with the user defined objects. Any question? Okay, so at this point, I would like to end this meeting.